This year saw everything from Obamacare website woes to Snowden's James Bond manhunt. Luckily, my friend Lee Camp, comedian and host of the Moment of Clarity web series, is here to make light of the top 5 craziest stories of the year. What the hell is up, Lee?
Thanks for having me on your last show.
Thank you, Lee. To start, I have to play this insanity, the latest Team Coco clip of media parrots.
It's okay, you can admit it if you bought an item or 2 or 10 for yourself.
It's okay, you can admit it if you bought an item or 2 or 10 for yourself.
It's okay, you can admit it if you bought an item or 2 or 10 for yourself.
It's okay, you can admit it, Todd. If you bought an item or 2 or 10 for yourself.
It's okay, you can admit it. If you bought an item or 2 or 10 for yourself.
It's okay, you can admit it. If you bought an item or 2 or maybe 10 for yourself.
It's okay, you can admit it if you bought an item or 2 or 10 for yourself.
It's okay, you can admit it. You know, it's tragically sad and creepy to see these people repeating the same exact script, but at least the message behind this one is happy consumerism, right, Lee?
Yeah, it's not only time to give, it's time to receive from yourself. Just buy yourself loads of crap. You can admit it. But yeah, I love this clip because it shows both things. It's like, hey, most of our media is crap, and also just keep buying. Because you know, if you don't shop, the terrorists win, right?
Hey, that's what Bush said, and whatever he says we know is pretty much rock solid. Let's go over the top 5 craziest stories of 2013, Lee. Starting with the new unveiling of Amazon's drone delivery service that will be a reality in just a few years. Are you ready for the 5th element?
Yes, I love it. No, look, I am a huge fan of technology. I love that our technology is advancing, but is this really the best use? Is this, like, these are, you know, self-piloted miniature flying devices used to deliver slap chops to agoraphobic coleslaw addicts. Is that really the best? This is straight out of the Jetsons, and we're using it to deliver Twilight novels to idiots. We should use the drones for something useful. Like, I think every drone, those drones should go, they should find every homeless person, search the city, little cameras, find every homeless person, and then lead them to all the empty, foreclosed-on houses that are littering our landscape. How about that?
It is amazing to think that this is what the technology is being used for. I think it's like going to keep people even more separate. Like, nope, now I never have to leave my house. I'll just have the drone deliver it for me. It's just nuts.
Yeah, stop the future. I want to get off.
Let's move on to one of the most disturbing stories of all, oil giant Chevron having the audacity to sue the victims of their own oil pollution in Ecuador, as well as charging them with conspiracy. WTF?
Well, you know, when I first heard this story that they had spilled 18 billion gallons of toxic waste, like, you try and comprehend how that happens. Was there an employee standing over it going, "Oh no! We're spilling toxic waste! How much longer do I have to do this? 25 years? Oh no!" But in fact, it was intentional, right? That's how this happened. And so now they won a big court case. The Ecuadorians did, and so many of them have died and everything. And now Chevron's suing the own victims of their toxic dumping, which is a level of evil. Like, you've got to figure Darth Vader during his necrophilia years would be like, dude, that's cold. All right, that's just gross.
Oh, it's insane. I mean, speaking of the two-tier justice system, Lee, what are your thoughts on the 2 activists who were just charged with committing a terrorism hoax for simply unveiling an anti-fracking glittery banner? Lee, why do you think the government cares more about punishing glitter bombers than the fact that fracking causes earthquakes and possibly cancer?
Abby, I think you're going too hard on him here, all right? Because, look, many people know glitter looks just like anthrax, all right? Anthrax is very festive and glittery, and so I actually think they did the absolute right thing. You know, it reminds me of the scariest time in my life. I was at my cousin, a 2-year-old's birthday party, and someone brought out what was either finger paints or a semi-automatic weapon, okay? No one was really sure which it was, and and it was a very scary time. Pipe cleaners also look a lot like nuclear bombs.
That's right. We should
so
just, I'm sure
I think they were being safe. They were being safe.
I hope that that kid went to jail for 10 years just because, you know, it's too similar. Lee, pipe cleaners and guns, you don't know what you're getting. Lee, my personal favorite is this affluenza case. The kid who mowed down 4 human beings while driving belligerently drunk, severely injuring 2 others. Of course, gets off scot-free because he's too rich to have a moral compass. Lee, what's stopping Wall Street bankers from pleading the same? That is, if they ever get prosecuted for anything.
They absolutely should plead the same, and I think we could do it as a country. Like, I think America, we got a lot of wealth, right? So I think we should just be like, oh, WMD in Iraq, affluenza. We didn't know. And, you know, spying on world leaders, affluenza.
Affluenza.
I think that it's possible that the main reason he got off is just because of the clever word. So I think if you were to use this on other things, it would work, you know. So if you used to be rich and you were used to going to malls and buying whatever you wanted, and now you're poor, and so you stole everything, it's not your fault because you have mallpox, right? I think it's just clever terms, you know. Or if you're really rich and you're just an absolute douche, you know, you just treat everybody horribly. It's not that you're a bad person, you have 1 percentile dysfunction.
Okay, I can't let you go, Lee, without talking about the NSA. Of course, it came out in 2013 that the agency's spying on everyone in the entire world, including porn watchers and World of Warcraft gamers. Lee, what are we supposed to do if we can't even watch porn and play Second Life in private anymore?
You know, it's like that great founding father, Patrick Henry, once said, give me liberty or give me something that we pretend is liberty, but is actually a massive surveillance state watching your every video game play and your every porn habit. I believe that was the expression.
I know that our founding fathers didn't want the NSA to be watching people masturbate. So hopefully we can turn this around soon, Lee. Thanks for shedding some light on the insanity. Lee Camp, everyone, comedian, host of the Moment of Clarity web series. Always amazing to have you on.
Thanks, Abby.